Merci beaucoup.
Honorable President of the Republic of Burundi, Mr. Ndayishimiye, respected First Lady of Burundi, dear Angeline, esteemed hosts, distinguished First Ladies of Africa, dear friends. At the outset, I would like to share with you my joy and excitement to be today in Bujumbura, in the beautiful and inspiring land of Burundi. It is an honor for me to, thank you so much. It is really an honor for me to be among you today and to attend the 5th high-level forum for women leaders, especially that this year's topic is among the most important ones. This topic about the early childhood development is personally very close to my heart, and to this topic I am personally very committed to and very dedicated to. As I believe that nothing happens by a chance, I see my meeting with the First Lady of Burundi, dear Angeline, in New York last year as a sisterly recognition, I would say, knowing that together we can strive to make a difference. As one wise man said, be the change you want to see in the world. And here we are, to be the change together, to inspire the change, to inspire the transformation, no matter how small it may seem. Actually, no change is small, for it holds the power to set a wave in motion, spread the knowledge, energy, good intentions, and support through concentric circles. This, I believe, is a worthy life's purpose. This purpose speaks about the importance and the endlessness of the human mission we all carry in our genes. Yet we all ask ourselves how to take even the smallest step along the path to becoming the human beings we aspire to be. Just as the longest journey starts with a single step, I dare say that we are already on the path of creation, a path that places in focus what is truly essential, the future of humanity. And that future lies in the most important among us, and those are children. Depend on us, on parents, caregivers, guardians, on adults, on our skill, capacity, and willingness to learn, to change, to keep pace with the modern world and modern times, to listen, to support, to help them. Their growth into the kind of people they will become rests in our hands. The development of sweet little beings, gentle boys and girls, who have so easily found their way into our hearts. We must ask ourselves what they truly need in this fast-paced world surrounding us. What they do really need, not what we think they need. Love, yes, above all, indeed. It is irreplaceable part of their path, the elixir without which a child can hardly survive. But they also need opportunities to explore their potential, those moments of play, jumping on the bed, spinning in circles until they are dizzy. They need all those things that make us sit on the edge of our seats, terrified of what could happen. Recently, I attended an interactive lecture on the importance of learning through play, and I would like to share with you that experience. At one point, professor asked a question to the audience. What do you think is the percentage that genetics or inheritance plays in shaping personality versus upbringing? And of course, everyone had their own vision of correct answer. And they were saying and shouting 50-50, 80-20, 30-70. That's incorrect, said the professor. The correct answer would be 100% to 100%. But that's impossible, that's mathematically incorrect, shouted someone from the audience. And the professor said, this may be and might be mathematically incorrect, but it is correct by experience. Let me explain. If you take a child of parents with above average intelligence, above average education, and put him in 4 walls, without interaction with our children, with our other people, without possibility to gain knowledge, to learn something new. So just meeting his own, basic physical and physiological needs, this child would fall behind mentally. Their potential would never have the opportunity to develop. It makes perfect sense. Children are born with a certain potential, but it is up to us, adults, to provide the opportunities for them to nurture and develop that potential. When my son was born, and he's now 7, I made it my goal to encourage his growth daily, working with him and striving to meet all the developmental milestones a child should reach in their first year. And during that time, I came to understand the importance of early development. The opportunities held in the first, they say, 3 years, but also it goes up to 7 or 8 years. And these studies tell us that early development is the most crucial period in the growth of any individual, shaping up to 70% of child's future progress. Early development was recognized as far back as 1980s through early intervention services that form part of internationally established children's rights, most notably in the 1989 Convention on the Rights of the Child. Early development is also a key component of the Sustainable Development Goals. In the Republic of Serbia, we adopted the Serbia UNICEF program for 2021-25, where early childhood development is listed as one of the top priorities. Yet, all these conventions, programs, plans could easily remain just words on paper. To prevent this, it is crucial that we join forces with a strategic and comprehensive approach and a multi-sectoral view on ECD. I wish to proudly highlight that the Republic of Serbia, recognizing the state of affairs in this vital area of child care, felt the need and took active steps in the fight for the early detection of disorders that threaten the intellectual and health potential of children during their early development. This led to the launch of an initiative to establish the Center for Early Childhood Development and Inclusion. Among its many activities, the center will be one of the first in Europe to systematically focus on early diagnosis, early intervention, and inclusion. At the moment, the center is being built in the capital of Serbia, in Belgrade, and we are expecting the opening of this big center until the end of this year. On average, parents or guardians first notice a child's difficulty around the 20th month, yet the diagnosis is often not made until the 40th month. Precious time is lost, which is why our goal is early diagnosis, as I mentioned, and early intervention. Furthermore, one of the center's priority activities will be the scientific research component, along with national educational and training programs for medical professionals, parents, guardians, and others involved in ECD. Thus, the center, much like this forum, will be a place for exchange, learning, growth, and to the benefit to the most important ones, children. As I say this, I can't help but recall the Chinese proverb about the best time to plant a tree. And yes, that best time may have passed, but the next best time is today. So let's take advantage of it. As a mother and as a woman, I know the profound feeling we call motherly love, but I also know the worry that inevitably accompanies it. To conclude, let me say that I don't believe that there is a mother or a father who hasn't asked themselves if they are doing everything they can for their child's well-being. There is always so much more we didn't do, didn't know how, couldn't manage because of the work, lack of time, resources. And each time we are right, but that's okay, as long as we know we have given our best and that we never stop giving it, because our children are the reflection of our efforts and dedication. Let that reflection in the mirror be one of love and grace. I thank you so much.